All right, guys, welcome back. Weather the Storm podcast with your host, Hurricane Shane Burgos, and my man, my coach, JR.
What's up?
Today, I'm excited right now because we're going to talk about something aside from fighting. I do love fighting, but I talk about that all the time. That's not all of what I am, right? There's a lot of stuff that I like aside from that. So another thing I like is food, especially right now because I just fought not that long ago. So I'm in the food zone where I just want to eat everything and anything in sight before I get another fight booked where I have to start counting macros again and start dieting. So right now I'm all about food.
And he is all about food because he probably has about 10 pounds of cheesecake on him right now.
After my fights, he got me a cheesecake. My wife's aunt got me a cheesecake. My student got me a cannoli cheesecake and a Reese's cheesecake. I have about 5 cheesecakes in the fridge right now. My mom made me this chocolate lasagna thing. I'm all about food, and I'm a huge dessert guy. Cheesecake's my vice. It's the imprint of my soul.
I'm nervous for all the listeners because I feel like he's going to talk about so much food that you're just going to gain weight from him talking about it. Like last night, how many pizzas were at your house last night?
I think we had 16 different pizzas. I had a little pizza party last night. I'm excited you brought that up, actually.
Bro, not little.
I had all my friends over to celebrate the win, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what the best pizza in town is. So I had like 16 different friends come over. Right? It was guys' night. I said, you guys got to come, but you got to bring a pie. Bring a specialty pie from any pizzeria. We all had designated pizzerias, right? So we all go out, we get our pies, we all come back to my house and just put them, just lay them out on the table. You guys check out my Instagram, you guys can see that. But just 16 different pies. Cut them into a bunch of little slices so we could all try them. And we were in a food coma last night. It was rough.
Yeah, that's a carb overload.
Yeah, definitely. There was protein in there though. We had some chicken. There was a lot of chicken cutlets were on top.
Right.
We had a couple of penne slices.
There we go.
Some bacon on some. Yeah, it was. I don't want to see pizza for the next month at least. Honestly, I ate too much pizza.
You nailed it. You got the pizza.
After not having pizza for 2 months, I mean.
Yeah. Nah, I get it.
I guess.
And pizza's great.
It is great. And
Fucking
having
tasty.
16 different kinds of pizza,
Hey.
you can't beat that, man. And then flush it down some cheesecake after.
I don't know.
was
I
a
don't know
rough
how
night.
this guy eats like that. Like
It was a rough night.
I pride myself on being able to house a lot of food, but I think this guy has got me beat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So which one won?
Ended
slice?
up being Four Brothers in Greenwood Lake. It's called Crazy Chicken. It has barbecue sauce, buffalo sauce, and ranch, and
Okay.
chicken on top. It was actually amazing. So you guys should check them out. Four Brothers in Greenwood Lake, New York.
That sounds good, man. I'm a big grandma slice.
We had a grandma slice. That was up there too. That was one of the top ranked guys.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so what is now, actually, I know what your favorite candy is, but let them know.
Number one, I'm a big peanut butter guy, right? So I gotta say Reese's has to be my number one, but close number two, M&M peanuts. I had that after every fight. Like I got it waiting in the hotel room for me.
Right. But you're not having like the child pack.
No.
You're having the Walmart.
Exactly. I'm a big boy. And
What is that, 3 pounds worth?
I've had that in the past. I didn't do it this time, but yeah, I've done that. I messed up and ate 3 pounds of M&Ms in one sitting and learned my lesson. I'm never doing that again.
All right, so learn from Hurricane Shane here.
But yeah, man. Food is like my thing, man. Like I freaking love it. While I'm dieting for my fights, you ask my wife what we're watching. It's always the Food Channel. We're watching either like Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives, Man vs. Food, Food Paradise, Guys Grocery Games. It's always food. The Man vs. Food is like, that guy's living the freaking dream right there. That's the American dream. This guy flies around the world and eats food, and they record him eating food. Like,
That's what you want to do after the UFC.
I'm putting my plug in. If everyone wants to start a show with it, I'm down to do it. Travel Channel, hit me up.
So after you win your featherweight title, that's what you
There
want
we go. Yeah, once I'm retired from fighting, I'm your guy. I'm the next guy, right?
Nah, awesome. After that, I'm not going to do any weight cuts for you.
After that, I'm retired, 100%. No more weight cuts.
All right, so let's keep the food thing going. What's your favorite meal? Are you a breakfast guy?
Oh, not at all.
Nah.
Breakfast is my least favorite meal. I can skip over that. I usually have a clean breakfast no matter if I'm dieting or not. I usually have the same thing. I used to have a oatmeal with a little bit of protein in there, some peanut butter, and chopped up bananas. So that I got that locked, and I enjoy that. I mean, except the peanut butter in it.
Right.
Definitely, I'd say a dinner guy, like savory. My go-to meal or my favorite meal. It's really hard to say, but who doesn't love a good steak, right? Who doesn't love a good steak? But aside from that, who doesn't love a good burger, right? Right, like a good, nice, juicy burger.
I feel like you're gonna say seven more things.
Yeah, I
Who
don't.
doesn't like.
I can't say my number one. I don't want to offend the others, but like a nice chicken parm dinner too. Like, who? Come on.
It's like sausage party. All the food's talking. Shane doesn't like us anymore.
Yep. So it's hard to give a solid number one pick, man. I really can. Maybe I do a little food poll or something. But I'm a big Mexican food guy too, so I love Mexican food.
Yeah,
Mexican
yeah.
food is
All right.
probably my favorite food. If I had to pick a favorite food type, I'd say Mexican's probably my favorite.
Awesome. All right.
What are yours?
I mean, I love nachos. I'm a
See,
big
yeah,
nacho
yeah.
guy. But like you said, the steak thing, I'm big on steak, man. I could probably eat like 32 ounces of steak.
Nice.
Go into like a meat coma.
That's what I'm saying. A nice juicy steak
Worth
with some mashed potatoes on the side, right?
beat it. Can't beat
Little
it.
chives and the cheese on
Yeah.
top.
So, side note now, let's actually go to the other world of fast food. So,
Okay.
Shane and I have been hanging out and kind of like late night, just drive-through mode. Me and him hit up Burger King one time after he got nasty tattoo from Sergio.
Out of fight camp.
Out of fight
I
camp,
don't touch
sorry.
fast food very often, but yeah, we got tattooed in the city. Shout out to my boy Sergio Bang. Make sure you guys go check him out. Dude's phenomenal. He just
Unreal.
tattooed him.
Unreal.
We'll get into tattoos in a little bit too, but yeah. So we go get tattooed in the city. We're coming home and it's like almost 1 or something like that. And
Yeah.
we're exhausted. We're starving. We're like, there's nothing to eat. Burger King it is. That's the only thing we got. So
And we housed it. And then the next day, we were both texting each other like, "Yo,
I feel like
what
a
did
complete
we do?"
grease bucket. Like terrible feeling. Terrible feeling.
Yeah, that was rough. But after UFC 244, we stopped at
Popeyes tried the chicken sandwich. There was no line. We were like one of the first ones in line. Yeah, so
which he was extremely excited
I
about.
was, and we tried the chicken sandwich. It was amazing. It was really good. Then a couple days ago, you get tattooed by Sergio, and then we go Chick-fil-A. So I'm like, all right, we definitely got to see which one is better. Hard for me. It's hard to pick because I really did like the Popeye sandwich. I really did love it. The only thing I'd say about it, once I was done eating it, I did feel greasy after. I did feel like sloppy.
Yeah.
I had the Chick-fil-A sandwich, ate it, scarfed that thing down, and we were saying like I don't feel gross right now. We don't feel greasy, so I gotta say Chick-fil-A, just for that feeling right there, man.
Yeah,
There was no guilt. I didn't even
with-
feel guilty about it. So
I agree, and I'm
Chick-fil-A.
completely turned on Chick-fil-A, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I have to drive like 30 minutes to go get it, but I think it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. It was one opening, 30 minutes away. It's not open yet though.
Yeah. Now let's go back to fight mode and all that good stuff.
Bring it back.
What's your favorite like clean meal to have? Like, what do you kind of
While-
like
while
after
I'm-
a hard day?
While I'm dieting,
While you're
in fight
dieting,
mode,
yeah.
that's a great question. Nobody really asked that. My favorite, I'd say honestly, I make a really good steak salad. Trifecta hooks me up, and they send me some steaks out, right? So I take the steak, I chop it up, I measure it all, and then I get the salad, I throw it in there, and I have this dressing, man. It's called Opa garlic ranch. It's got like 30 calories and 0 carbs. It's
I'm gonna have to
amazing.
try that.
Yeah, so definitely try that. So I love salads, especially when I'm dieting.
So speaking of salads, and we can go again talk about a lot of stuff, and I'm excited for this one. But when Shane and I went to Vegas to the UFC PI, I don't know if I've ever craved salad so much in my life. So
That-
whatever they're putting in there,
Yeah, UFC PI's hooking it up.
Yeah.
The steak salads they were serving us with that jalapeno dressing.
so good.
Oh my God, we're coming back soon.
Yeah, we're coming, definitely. Sweet. So we kind of segued into the ink world. But
Yeah.
obviously, he's got a bunch of tattoos. I got a bunch of tattoos. Most recently, we've kind of both gravitated towards Sergio Bang.
Yeah,
The studio is what, 10,000 Foxes?
10,000 Foxes. Yeah, in Brooklyn. So he actually messaged me on Instagram, reaching out to me, and I was like, wow. I was like, this guy's reaching out to me, the tattoo artist. I was like, this good. I was like, all right, let's do a tattoo. We ended up doing a tattoo. The dude killed it. He did the bear on my thigh, and I actually added to it a couple days after the Cub fight. Added the eagle.
Yeah.
And I'm going back in a couple weeks to add to the rest of the leg. But that's another one of my passions. I love fighting. I love food, and I love tattoos, man. I love tattoos. I'm like, I got my whole sleeve done here. Tattoos, not just on myself, but I can appreciate other people's tattoos. I can appreciate good work. If you look at my Instagram popular page, it's all just food and tattoos. Like that's my other passion. I really do enjoy and love tattoos. Like he get tattooed the other day, and I just wanted to go just to be in the room just to see it because that's how much I love that. And he actually killed it.
Yeah, no, Sergio he does awesome work, and I'm getting my sleeve done by him too. But the tattoo stuff. So, what was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo was probably my most regretted tattoo. I think that goes for everybody. 17 years old, I got the stars, the matching stars on my shoulder, which bothered me because it's a traditional tattoo, traditional style, and I'm huge black and gray realism. So it kind of like throws off the rest of my tattoos. Definitely want to get them covered up one day, but it is what it is. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Well, I've gotten them covered now.
All
So,
right.
but I had one down my legs. I had the 2 stars
Yeah,
like
the
that.
stars
but
too, yeah.
They weren't color, but they were black and gray. And then it said "I am what I am" down my leg. But I got a nasty cover up that. Again, it was an impulse decision on that tattoo, so I should have waited, but I was 22, and you know how that goes.
You were 22, I was 17 when I got my first one.
I wasn't allowed to get a tattoo at 17. My parents would have kicked me out of the house.
So question for you, what's your most meaningful tattoo? Not your favorite, your most meaningful.
All right, so I actually have on my back, like at the base of my neck, it says "Pray for me," and then underneath it there's a big angel, and then underneath the angel it says "I would crumble without you." So the word "crumble" is like written down my spine.
Yeah.
And that whole piece is for my mother.
Okay.
Because I always would ask her, pray for me, and then I tell her all the time like I would crumble without her. So the angel is her.
Okay.
So
that's a great tattoo.
yeah, no, that's probably my most meaningful.
Yeah.
How
Now,
about you?
my most meaningful? I mean, I got my daughter's name on the back of my tricep, and I got her birthday on my heart. So that's got to be my most meaningful.
Yeah. Cool.
Favorite tattoo?
Ooh, favorite. That's tough. I'm starting to gravitate now to this one that Sergio's putting together, which I think is going to be awesome. But my favorite is I have my right rib cage. I have a big piece for my whole family. It's just 3 roses, and it says "Family is heaven on earth" around it. The ribs is the most fucking awful, painful thing I've ever felt. I have both.
That was
both
your most
ribs.
painful tattoo?
Well,
That
yeah.
was my
but
next question.
I have both sides done, so they both were terrible. Like this most recent one with Sergio, nothing
compared to that.
Nothing
Yeah.
compares to
I
the
hear you.
ribs.
I hear
So when I see, you said you appreciate good work.
Yeah.
If I see somebody with a rib tattoo, I'm like, yeah, I feel your pain.
Respect
Like, I
that.
get it.
Again,
hell
respect. Yeah. I'd say my favorite tattoo. Sergio killed this bear, killed the eagle inside my thigh. I really do love these tattoos. I can't wait to finish this.
Yeah.
Aside from these, I'd probably say my hand. I really do love my hand tattoo. Another guy from France tattooed my hand, a tiger on my hand for my team Tiger Showmans. So I do love this tattoo.
Yeah, the tiger.
Yeah.
I remember when you first got that, and
Yeah.
you put it up on social media.
Yeah.
People were like, yo,
Yeah.
what? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
the dude
but-
actually stuck in France now. He can't come back. He
Oh,
gets some
damn.
visa issues, but
All right.
dude's legit. Now, your most painful tattoo you said was the ribs.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah. All right.
How about you?
Respect
The
that.
hand?
No, the hand was terrible. It was 4 hours on my hand, which is a long time for a small area. But honestly, everyone's shocked when I say it. The most painful tattoo I had was just this one. I got an angel right here, like slaying some demons. But this thing took like 10 hours. I got to the tattoo convention I got there at 12 p.m. I ended up leaving at 1 a.m. Started at about 2 p.m. and just the guy was from Florida, so Broer from Stefano's tattoo shop in Florida.
Yeah.
Nice guy, I really like him. He killed it. He did a great job, but he was going back to Florida, so I was like, dude, you need to finish this before you leave. Please, just knock this thing out. So we just kept going and going and going. After the first 5 hours, I was chilling for the first 5 hours, but 5 hours in, my arm is raw, and he's still going. I'm like, dude, I'm starting to shake after a while. I'm like, the numbing cream isn't working. I'm like, nothing's working, dude. I'm like, anytime he's wiping it, it's hurting. Like it was just, it was a miserable tattoo. But
When
if
you
I can get
told
through
me,
that, I get through it.
yeah, when you told me how long that was, I was just like, yo, that just sounds terrible.
It was
10
worth
hours
it.
of
Yeah,
tattoo.
it was terrible, but it was worth it. I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to unfinished tattoo. That's the worst thing. So I was like, no, just keep going till you're done. Now we took very small, like 5-minute breaks too. So just so I could eat something real quick. It was bad.
So that legacy you're preparing with Sergio, you're just gonna kind of let him run with some ideas.
Yeah, Sergio's a phenomenal artist, and he's got the eye for it. I'm not an artist. I can appreciate the artwork, but I'm not the artist. So I give him some ideas, and I let him just go, man. So I'm excited. I'm going to get tattooed by him within the next couple weeks. So we'll see what he comes up with. I'm excited
Now,
to see.
the hot spot when we go to Sergio to get tattooed is we're gonna bring this right back to
Yeah,
what he
coming,
loves.
coming full circle. Right across the street from this tattoo shop is a spot called Dunwell Donuts. It was on the Food Channel. It was on some TV shows, and of course we got to go there and get a dozen donuts. Expensive, but you know what? It's worth it. While you can eat them, I gotta go out there, house them.
This dude walks into the tattoo shop while I'm getting tatted with this box, a huge box, He's like, got a dozen.
I'm sitting there for 5 hours. I mean, I'm getting hungry, man.
I don't blame me. I ate 6 while you were getting tattooed, so no judgment. No, that's awesome, man, and I appreciate the tattoos and the ink as well. I mean, I'm sure there was one picture that we saw in the octagon that caught the leg perfectly.
Yeah,
Even Sergio was pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, you can see the eagle right there when I was throwing one of the high kicks. So yeah, it worked out for him. He got some love too. He saw his tattoo in MSG, so that was awesome.
That was cool. That definitely was cool. Who do you think in the UFC has the best tattoos?
Great question. Honestly, TJ Dillashaw, he's probably got the best tattoos. He's got a really nice sleeve. He researches his artists. He goes to good artists, really quality artists. He started with no tattoos and then went like full sleeve, and he went by one of the best artists in the world, Oscar. I can't remember his last name, but the guy's from Bang Bang Studio in NYC. So he did a full sleeve on him.
Nice.
Then he got a tattoo on his thigh from Daniel Silva. So he's done his research. He went to some good artists. So yeah,
cool.
I like his sleeve.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're probably gonna have more podcasts, more tattoos, and he's gonna have more food. No doubt.
Definitely. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Hurricane Shane B and on Instagram at Hurricane Shane _.
My Instagram for Believe Elite Training, follow that, and actually our Twitter is JRTrainB. So follow and see the process.
And thank you guys for the Storm Podcast. We'll be back next time.